I was not always this strong guy you see. I went through a lot of hard times in my life to get here today. I'd like to thank my mom up here who every day I wake up, I dread the day. I dread the day of what I'm going to bring on myself to get better. I just knew something had to change. I had to, this isn't going to work, man. This lifestyle that I'm living, something has to change. You want to be quiet in your mind to see where you want to go, because noise is the ultimate kryptonite. Too much noise in your mind, you're not going to be focused on what the task at hand is. The most important conversation you'll ever have is the one you have with yourself. You wake up with it, you walk around with it, you go to bed with it. For you to find greatness in yourself, you're not going to find it by looking in a book or by even hearing me. I may give you the spark, but you've got to go inside yourself to find it. And that means you gotta be quiet. Shut up, go in a room, stop talking, search your soul, search your mind, search your abilities, and you'll find it. Once you change one thing, your mindset, you can attack everything. Hey, let me Google how to suffer. No, that ain't gonna be in there, brother.
Answer.
That ain't gonna be in there. That ain't gonna be in there.
There's no answer.
It's not in there.
There's nothing without discipline, man. And discipline is that trigger. And the discipline is the utmost in everything that we do as people in this world, period.
You know, okay, this hurts, that hurts. We can just sit down and do nothing. Or we can see how far we can push the human body. The mind has capabilities that are so unknown, and I found that through suffering. And there's a whole other world on the other end of that.
What is the most amount of miles you've ever run?
At one time?
Yeah.
205 in 39 hours.
Wow.
Yep, nonstop.
There's this line that I heard David Goggins say, and I can't remember who he was saying it to or what he said in response to, but he just said, "Some David Goggins, bitch."
There's days where I'm like, you know what? I really don't want to do this today. And I'm like, oh, hang on. I'm back, motherfucker! I'm back! So what's your fucking excuse? If you're allowing people and things and situations showing space in your fucking head, you're losing. You can't let conditions dictate your outcome. You gotta have the mentality to show up every fucking day of your life, no matter what life throws at you. There's only one motherfucking option. Stay fucking hard. It never gets any easier. You gotta get harder. It's time to recertify as a savage. No one cares what you did yesterday. It only matters what you're doing today. Get after and stay hard. What are you willing to give up? What are you willing to sacrifice? Google David Goggins' first Badwater race. You will see black compression tape on my ankles. This guy passes me in the car. He pulls his car by me and says, "Why the fuck are you out here?" I said, "Because you're not." Sometimes your motivation needs to be because no one else wants to fucking do it. Please, if someone saved me, come out and announce it to the world. There's no one. There's no one. I know what I know. That's why I don't listen to anybody anymore. I don't listen to shit. I think most people are full of shit. Because I know the deep, dark secrets of those fucking cupboards. It's ugly, man. On earth, it's a very lonely journey. And it starts with the accountability mirror, looking at saying, hey, my dad who beat the hell out of me is not coming back. All these things are coming back. I have to face myself. When you care more about how someone's judging you, you're gonna stay right there. There's no forward momentum. There's a lot of you out there who want to be much more than average, but just don't know how to do it every single day, the grind. We like to put the headphones on, like before the big game and listen to the music.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you do when the headphones come off, bro? It's you in your own mind. I'm a lazy piece of shit. And I'm one of the hardest working people to ever step foot on this planet Earth. And I'm saying that very proudly because I know what I do. It's not cocky. Biggest key to success in anything you do is you gotta have an unlimited supply of this drive and passion. And it may come from nothing. Like for me, there was no passion, no drive, no nothing. But I had this fire that I'm gonna be somebody. There may be another purpose, like being a SEAL or going to college or whatever, but the main purpose in life is you. So if you wake up in the morning and you don't want to do something, you don't care enough about yourself.
Fucking legs don't work. My knees are all fucked up. So I gotta find something that does. We're all being tested in life.
If you can't control your own brain and your brain controls you, you're fucked. You gotta tell your brain where you wanna go and how you wanna go and how you wanna get there. You gotta control it. If not, it's over. You always must be ready. Always be ready. Never get ready. People go, oh, hey, what are you training for, David? I ain't training for shit. When something pops up, I'll be fucking ready. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? I don't want to talk to you, man, because you're not going to get it. You will never understand what is wrong with me. And that's why I'm so fucking glad you don't, because I'm in the right fucking spot. When people don't understand you anymore, you're in that spot of obsession and drive. My mind's saying all this shit to me. It's saying, get out of here, run, flee. The fight or flight kicks in. Okay, we're done, we're not good enough. It starts telling you all these things. You start to believe it because the mind controls all. This is the time when you have to gain control back of your mind. I had to stop giving a fuck about people. That was the biggest thing. I had to stop caring what people thought about me. I realized that everybody's fucked up. That's the one thing I realized. I walked around and I put these people on a fucking pedestal. Everybody was better than me. You're alone. You're alone. You may have a shrink you're going to, you may have a best friend you're going to, but there's 24 hours in the day where you're alone in this brain. If you can't control your own brain and your brain controls you, you're fucked.
Oh no, not today, motherfucker. I know how you look. I know how you sound. There'll always be complications and setbacks before the finish line. We must be ready for them. Ha ha! Stay hard.
You can fucking achieve the absolute impossible. You don't need great parents. You don't need like a private school. You don't need to have this humongous GPA and all this other shit. What you need is the one thing I talked in my book, which is straight up, brutal work ethic. You have to be willing to outwork everybody in the world. One thing I did wrong in my life was I tried for so many years to please people. And I did it at the expense of myself. And when you do that, you stop living. But the person in your life is happy as fuck because you're giving them everything they want. They have their life is full, but you feel empty. Hard work looks horrible. It's not motivating. It's not motivating at all. It looks like a man being stuck in a fucking dungeon and there's no fucking way out. But you have the fucking key. But you refuse to use it. And that's nothing motivating about that. Am I happy? I don't know. Never really thought about it. Don't really care about it. All I really cared about was when I looked in that fucking mirror, I saw a piece of shit. Happiness wasn't on the mirror at 16. When I was 300 pounds. It wasn't like, oh, I'm looking for happiness. No, I'm looking myself in the mirror and say, all right, motherfucker, you did it again today. You're a bad boy. Because that shit sucks. She built that dog in you, man. The pain and the suffering and the lonely nights and the fucking unbalance. If you put the right people in that foxhole with you, you are a dangerous motherfucker. Sometimes you wake up in the morning time and you're sore and you feel like you're overtrained. No, you got sore fucking legs. Get out of your own head and stop overthinking it. Stay hard. Motherfucker, the purpose is you. We forget that. Every fucking day I wake up and I don't want to do some fucking shit. I'm like, okay, man, do you want to be a bitch today? Do you want to feel like a little bitch? Do you want to walk around all day knowing that you could, but you didn't? This guy goes, hey, Goggins, you're on that winter arc shit. I'm like, what the fuck is winter arc? I go, motherfucker, I'm on that 365 shit. It's not an arc, it's a fucking circle. I've been on it for like 30 fucking years. Fuck an arc, do a circle, stay hard. But guess what happens? That alarm clock goes off at 4 a.m. I don't want to be a SEAL today. I don't want to be whatever today. I'll start tomorrow. And that's the usual pattern of people's lives. Every day you wake up, you're going to probably be set back for the first 4 weeks before you lose just significant weight because the mind's going to be fucking with you the whole time. There's no dopamine in there at 300 pounds. You got nothing. I can no longer be a common man walking around doing common things. You have to make the decision whether you want to be a badass or whether you just want to be mediocre and everything's okay. I wasn't born this motherfucker. I made him.
at the bottom of insecurities, fear, self-doubt, lies, was me buried in the fucking fetal position. How I got out of that was recognizing, being honest with it, being truthful with it, and then fixing it.
I call myself fat because I was fat. And people don't want to do that. They want to say, oh, don't call yourself fat. Don't call yourself dumb. If you're not real and raw with who the fuck you are, nothing's gonna change. Tell yourself the truth. If someone calls you fucking fat, they may be bullying you, but you might be fucking fat. Someone calls you dumb, it's mean, but you might be fucking dumb. It's life, man. Take it for what it's worth and change it.
You gotta take action in your life. You gotta stop bitching. You gotta start find a solution to your fucking problem. Don't be the problem. Take action. For every action is an opposite reaction.
Yo, I can't tell you anything about me because you're gonna judge me and I'm gonna feel even worse than what I am. What I realized, once I calmed my mind down and sat back and looked at how jacked up this world is.
When I'm running, I don't see a skinny shadow. That motherfucker chasing me is that 300-pound man. The only thing I do now, instead of running from that motherfucker, every morning I turn around and face that bitch.
I can't get a break in life. I hate that damn mentality, but I can't get a break. You aren't given any breaks in life. You make them for yourself. We are all being tested in life.
Fuck you. I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna fucking fail. I'm gonna fucking fail. I'm gonna fucking fail. And I will succeed.
How did you do it? I can't tell you how, because you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it.
Every day, you must ask yourself, did I do enough? Your ability to suffer, endure, outwork must be greater. You must be willing to extend yourself to the limit with no guarantee of success.
Many people don't like you, so be it. But you first have to figure out you, because a lot of people die with a lot of untapped potential because they're trying to be somebody that they're not. We all live in this world where our brains are keeping us in this box. Outside that box, on the other edge of suffering, is a world that's endless of opportunity. But we are afraid to go outside that box because in that box is comfortable. Outside that box, man, God gives you a shovel and says, man, start digging. That's not fun. But when you dig your own path to all kind of stuff that's unknown. I'd be running. I was like, okay, man, we could do 10 miles today. I get to 10 miles, like, oh no, motherfucker. That fucking demon that I let out every fucking morning that walks the streets at night, he comes saying, no, bitch.
Your dehydration? Fuck it. Lick your motherfucking lips. Your fucking legs are all sore. You feel like you got shin splints and stress fractures. No, you don't. You got sore fucking legs. Get out of your head and stay hard.
Why don't you smile? I do. But I figured something out. That's why you'll never hear me say I'm missing something. I found it years ago. You find it in the suck.
For me, the worst way in life, the biggest way in life to fail, is to let motherfuckers know what you want to do.
Never let them know your next
Never let them know. So when I disappear, you know I'm doing something. You know I'm doing something.
Yeah.
I did it for hours and hours and days and decades of being in the grind. So when my time comes, when I fail and I fail and I fail, I go back to that big ass belief that I built myself, and I know I will fucking make it.
Your mind's getting softer.
I gave myself no way out, and my mind realized that. It's okay. We're gonna adapt and overcome now.
I'm outworking the crowd. I'm outworking everybody. I'm doing more. I wasn't born this motherfucker. I made him.
The only thing that changes your fucking DNA is discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline is the only thing that changes your DNA, man.
Just don't.
Only thing, man. You can be fucking so fucked up. And I realized that, and I was like, man, the only thing that changed my DNA is discipline. You know, you may not live to be old, but what if you do? And you worked your ass off when you were able, and you were able to fucking get up early, able to grind. If you front load it properly, the back half of your fucking life is money. I had two options: to either be that 300-pound guy who sprayed for cockroaches and made $1,000 a month, and at 24 years old, knowing when I'm 50 fucking years old, I can reflect on this and think about what guy I never became, or I can totally just sack it up and fail and fail and fail until I succeed.
When your plan fails, when the bolts and fucking laws get too heavy, when you get knocked the fuck down on the fucking canvas, when everything falls apart in your life and your plan is fucked up, what the fuck are you gonna do? You start showing up to work a little later? You don't look as good? Your clothes aren't fucking laid out? Your breakfast isn't ready? Your mind's getting softer? We do that shit with everything in life. Don't have a fucking gritty mind. Repetition every day.
All the energy and fuel you need is right in yourself. It's all there. You got a lot of stuff to do to overcome. When you can find drive in your own doubt, fear, insecurities, you become very unstoppable.
Go out there and start fucking walking. Put some shoes on, start running. Go to the gym, do the elliptical training. It's not rocket science. A lot of folks talk about overtraining. You gotta train first before you can overtrain.
This was what it was all about. That's what they lost when we can't run. Give a fuck. It was never about running. Why do you think I run? It's the worst thing. I hate doing it more than anything.
Wow, man, I haven't even cracked. I haven't even begun to crack what the mind is capable of. And I start realizing is on the other end of suffering, that's the real growth of life. You have to learn, what do you want in your life? We have so much influence coming at us that we are so lost. We don't know what we want to do because we don't spend enough time with ourselves.
It's the belief that you harness through hard work and dedication. And it's something that you know what you are capable of because you've gone there several times in those dark times.
You never smile, you never do this. It's my life. It's my life. So you gotta teach yourself how to read and write and also fucking smile and say, it's okay. Discipline, wake up early, take a cold shower, fuck this, fuck that, whatever. It's all fucking bullshit. Clearing space in your fucking mind so that you have room for all those disciplines. Waking up early, taking those, because they do mean something. But we don't get to that fucking dark matter that is keeping you from clearing out that mental garage. Once you leave your house, the war begins. In your house, you have some control. And that reflection in that mirror, you have to control that reflection in the mirror. That's how you start your day. Leave your house feeling like, okay, I can fight. I've established the mentality to fight.
I put no money into marketing, put no money into shit. It's just grit, hard work, and the Sergeant Jack disciple of discipline shit that got me there.
This became a personal thing. It just became something that I took so violently personal.
You see me smiling, why? Because it kind of sucks out here in New York City. They're expecting some big blizzard to come in, so I was kind of praying to the snow gods for worse weather to come in, because why? In worse weather, we get better. I like to live in reality. It sucks. It's about 7 inches of snow.
This is not where you're supposed to be in life, man.
You have a lot to work with. So you want to die all preserved. Make sure you die being used up. Find out what you have and get maximum potential out of that motherfucker. It's our responsibility to show up to the Coliseum of life, prepared for fucking battle.
I can wake that savage beast up. You gotta learn yourself, know how to wake yourself up. But if you don't show up in the best shape of your life, your mind is worthless to you, so your savage is fucking dead. Stay hard.
First thing in the morning time is you have to build your confidence. And every day you're constantly gaining and losing confidence. So how you build your confidence is, if you like what you see in that mirror, that's how you start your day off. If you wake up and you look fat, you look out of shape, you don't feel good, get up and work out.
One time I was running by a graveyard when I was fucking just trying to become, I was fat. And I ran by a graveyard. And I look out there, I'm like, man, I wonder how many of you motherfuckers in there fucking just are so upset with how you lived your life and fucking just regret how you lived it. And I'm running a 300-pound man thinking, man, don't fucking die like this, bro. Most people quit. People only go to their talent level. And once their talent level is gone, it becomes a mental game. That the whole mental game sets in then. And most people can only perform to their talent. And they realize, man, why am I always messing up right here? It's because you're performing to your talent. And then after that, your mind has nothing for you. You have to learn to train your mind well beyond motivation. If you have motivation, that's great. All it takes is a little bit of fucking spark, you can burn the whole forest up. But motivation, you have to learn to exist without it. You have to be your best self when you're least motivated. And that's the tricky part about all that shit. When you have a real fear of dying and being just another person, having never accomplished anything, if that makes you feel good, that's great. It didn't make me feel good. I wanted to, the first time in my life, after 26 years, or 24, 25, whatever it was, I wanted to feel good about myself. Dude, no. Everything is work. The anger, the passion, the jaw-dropping, just, it takes that. Every second of the day, he is trying to extract more from something. He's constantly thinking, he's constantly disciplined, never going off the path. Whatever is injured on him, he figures a way. It's a conqueror's mindset. And very few people, if any, can really understand what that is. I don't want to be a SEAL today. I don't want to be whatever today. I'll start tomorrow. And that's the usual pattern of people's lives. That's why I talk about clearing out the mind. Until you really want to do something, you're always going to be a talker. What I'm trying to do, and this isn't being arrogant, man, it's being real. Not many people are trying to do it. So there's not many people who can even open the fucking mouth. I thought, honestly, I swear to God, I thought that someone was speaking to me. I thought it was Jennifer. It was like, you're not done yet, motherfucker. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? It was actually probably my subconscious saying, get your ass back out there.
Whether you like it or not, the time you wake up, it's the time to go to bed. A lot of us are at war with ourselves. And within that war, we have several battles. Those battles are basically choices. No, I'm not talking about a war that you might find in the Coliseum. I'm talking about a war that's in your brain. Positive self-talk doesn't work unless you put the work behind it.
You need to fucking work harder. You need to fucking discipline your mind better.
Some of you have been average for so damn long, you don't know what it is to do hard work. Your ability to suffer, endure, outwork must be greater.
Man, how do you do what you do? At the end of the day, I ask myself one question. Can I take one more step? And usually the answer is yes. So if you can answer that question and not take another step, that is real failure. That is real quitting. I don't know if you can take 2 steps. You got to answer that question after you take the first step. I can always take one more step. So if I choose not to, that's on me. And I got to live with that.
The one mentality that you must have in life is that regardless of what's in front of you, you still must grind. I'll never be in the Olympics. I'll never be a professional athlete, but still I grind. I fail at most things I do, but still I grind. The one mentality that you must have in life is that regardless of what's in front of you, you still must grind. I'll never be in the Olympics. I'll never be a professional athlete, but still I grind. I fail at most things I do, but still I grind.
For you to constantly win, when this voice over here, the real you, is saying, get the fuck out of here. Go. You're nobody. You've always been nobody. And it's true. People don't hear that. That's a true voice.
Life is one big tug of war, and you don't win that tug of war by pushing the fucking rope. You have to pull that motherfucker. You need to live in the grip of life to find inspiration. Put challenges in front of yourself. Fear lives one place and one place only, and that's in your mind.
I had to invent a guy. that didn't exist. I had to invent a guy that can take any pain, any suffering, any kind of judgment, be called whatever the fuck in the world, and be able to stand in the fucking room and say, go fuck yourself. I had to build this callous mind, and I built it through suffering. And I started opening different doors that I didn't think were even there, that I didn't think even existed. And the more doors I opened up, the more I started realizing that my potential is damn near endless. That shit fires me the fuck up. That shit makes me fucking nuts. We had nobody anyway, motherfucker. Look around you. There was no fucking team. It was you. There was no weight loss program or mom and dad waking you up saying you can do it, you can be better, trying to build belief. You built belief when you had nothing. Rock bottom.
We're very impatient nowadays. For me, it was good. I didn't have a phone. I was out of this world by myself. It was a race against David Goggins. It wasn't a race against, God, I want to look good for this person or that person. It was me. I got to change myself.
Once you figure out your brain, you become unstoppable to almost anything. Yeah, you can't beat death. You can't whatever. Your brain's amazing. Once you feed it the right conversation, the right mental nutrients, the right mental supplements, dude, you're a fucking beast. A beast. There's a quote that was said, I don't know who said it, but it was a great quote. This guy said, out of the 100 men that go into war, 10 shouldn't even fucking be there. 80 of them are just targets. 9 do most of the fighting. 1 is a warrior. And it's a true quote to life. I saw it going through training. I saw it everywhere I went. There's so many people who just show up to life that shouldn't even fucking be around. And there's few people who do all the work. I wanted to be part of that 9, and I'm working towards being that 1. If you've tried several times to complete whatever mission is in front of you, and you can't, sometimes it's not meant to be. But that said, there's very few times it's not meant to be. What if you can surpass all of these motherfuckers? You have everybody who was fucking way up here, started up here, and you started with no legs. You had to grow fucking legs to even start walking, and then crawling, and then running. And then you start passing people and all this given to them. I had to use all this negative shit that was making me weak and horrible as a person. I had to use this as the power that now fueled me. I had to flip it on its head and say, hold up. This might be exactly what I need. I ain't got nobody. That's where the shit comes from. I ain't got nobody to push to this level. That's my darkness. That's why I laugh at these motherfuckers think they fucking know me. You think you know me coming to my dungeon. It's a lonely dungeon because you're running through the shit alone every day. Train this hard by yourself. Come on, man. Yeah. And this is, you see me breathing heavy? Exactly. So imagine the level I go to. My God, they're so above me. They came from a great family. Mom and dad love them. They didn't have to learn, they didn't stutter, they didn't struggle. No, man, your struggle is what made you who you are now. I was scared of my mind. And I became literally a master of that mind. And that's what from now on, it sets me apart from most people. You have to judge yourself against yourself. This is a race against David Goggins and David Goggins alone. I'm stressed out for no reason. This is my own little race. This is my own timeline. And this is how I'm gonna run it. It's those bad days. Yeah. It's those bad days. I see a whole bunch of people walking around out here who have no idea how talented they truly are. Now I'm talking about talent, like some God-given ability. Talent that sometimes you have to hone, you have to work on, and you have to harness yourself. And they just walk around just on their phones, just clueless to how powerful they are. Oh, you know the truth. You know the truth. You know the darkness of the fucking dungeons and the fucking demons that fly. You know, and then from there, it's like, oh, okay, you were there. You know this. There was no one there to pick up the rucksack, to pick up the boat, to pick up the log. It was you. It was you. There was no pat on the fucking back at 300, at 275, at 250, at 220. No, that was you. You put so much practice into you that you can ignore every one of them that are telling you you're not gonna fucking make it and still be able to fucking make it. Because you have put the practice in that you know
this is the process. It's such a daunting task that all the voices are saying no. But you still have the conviction that I know I can do this. And that's what it took for me to get here.
You want to be that one motherfucker that every day, whether it's raining, snowing, sleeting, you lost every dime, your mom died, your dad died. You come and you bring the energy that it takes to make a team function at the highest fucking level every day. And that's the person you want to be every day of your life.
If you don't know how to fail, there is no failure. If you sit in failure for too long, you will never come out of it. So how fast do you get up from that? And you got to teach yourself that. You may have failed miserably yesterday, but you come to work like, people like, man, you just lost everything. How the hell are you this fucking damn motivated? Because this is what it takes. I never forget, I was on a podcast one time, and this dude goes, you were blessed with a strong mind. Like, the hell are you talking about? I was blessed with a strong mind. That's something that you have to develop. You develop that over years, decades of suffering, and going back into the suffer. A real person, a real alpha, a real go-getter, they ain't saying shit about nobody. That's why you will never, ever hear me dropping somebody's name, running my mouth about somebody. I don't know what you went through. I don't know what you're going through. I didn't wear the shoes you wore when you were a kid. I didn't grow up in your fucked up house. I didn't have your fucked up family. I don't know shit about you. So guess what I do? Shut the fuck up. I was afraid. I was afraid of this, afraid of that, afraid of this, afraid of that. I knew I had to face this shit, man. When I overcame the fear of myself, the fear of failure, the fear of being judged, I went from David Goggins, I started forming a guy named Goggins. I realized I had to reinvent a whole nother human being within myself, because who I am wasn't gonna make it. This guy is not gonna cut it.
But there's a motherfucker out there who wants what you have, who wants the position you are, who wants the job you have, who wants the wife that you have, or the husband. There's someone out there hungry and wants everything you fucking have. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But if it is, it's gonna be your ass. So make that a motivation for you. Stay home. Just be average today. I'm out working the crowd. I'm out working everybody. I'm doing more. I'm a cheerleader for those who want to be better, not for those who want to stay the same. A lot of us are wasteful, but we're wasteful of who we are in life. It's important to train that motherfucker. Roll that toothpaste out and get all you can out of yourself. See, what you don't understand is this. We're all being tested. And that road to success is a bumpy ass fucking road. Has fucking potholes, nails, detours and shit. A lot of you are gonna die with a nicely preserved body. No bruises, no scars. You also have an empty fucking resume. You're not afraid of having a fucked up body. You're afraid of the fucking effort.
It's funny, man. People want to know how I'm always motivated. It's the unseen work. I'm out running at 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, in the gym, long sessions by myself. That's real. How I'm able to just extract dopamine, the good dopamine whenever I want. I can take myself to such a level of real passion and purpose. I have a resume full of fucking motivation.
There's so many times in life you don't want to be doing what the fuck you're doing. You can't just fucking quit. Remember this. This isn't a hobby. This isn't a fucking joke. It's a fucking lifestyle. So what you say to yourself is important. There's no fucking coach. There's no trainer to keep you going. It's only you. Stay uncommon amongst uncommon people. You're never done. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. Stay hard.
It's a beautiful world, because that's where you find yourself. You don't find yourself in over here. You find yourself on the other end. Like the 100-mile race I was on, I ran it for 24 hours. I found myself on the other end of that fucking race. That 19 hours, I found, wow, there's a whole nother fucking world out here I've never even saw, but the world's in your mind.
Looking at my shoes about 30 minutes before I put the motherfuckers on. Pushing back the time that I go out to go run. But I decided to tape record myself. That internal voice I put on tape. Sounds like a straight bitch when I listen to that motherfucker. So if you ever have a hard time out there, tape yourself. Listen to what kind of bitch you're being. Stay hard.
It has to happen. And that's a fact. Like, there's no get out of jail free card, bro. None. Like, that is a life that I don't know.
I don't want to be a SEAL today, or I don't want to be whatever today. I'll start tomorrow. And that's the usual pattern of people's lives. That's why I talk about clearing out the mind.
You cannot allow your mind to open up for the possibility of it can be done. You shackled your mind to have limits. In the back of my brain, it's like, there's a good chance you're not gonna make it, Goggins. And I have to outwork that voice. I woke up like every human being does and goes, fuck, man, I'm a fucking piece of shit today. How the hell is this gonna work out for me? And you fight that. You don't override it. No override button. It's the conversation in your fucking, like, in your head.
A lot of people say that nothing's impossible. Shit, I even said that nothing's impossible several times in my life. I lied. There's a lot of things that are impossible for you to do. What happens is, when we come across something that's very hard, and we try it once or maybe twice, we then say, we're done, we can't do it anymore. Before you say something's impossible, do it and do it and do it to a level that people think that you might be fucking crazy.
Get on top of that mountaintop in your mind. Get on top of that mountaintop and look down on what you're doing.
I have to face these problems.
This ain't you. You weren't born like this.
You are always the purpose. Why am I not doing this for myself?
You know, I may not make it the first time, but I'll come back. Outwork that voice. When I'm taking that test and I get to a question I don't fucking know the answer, I'm like, fuck, man. And then say, I told you, man. That ain't you.
Just about a 17-hour flight. I'm sitting there thinking, take a day off. No one will know. But I keep on thinking too. There's always someone out there who's working harder than you. I'm haunted by that motherfucker. That's why I'm out here every fucking day doing this shit. Cause my feelings, I don't give a fuck about them. So what's your fucking excuse? If you're allowing people and things and situations to own space in your fucking head, you're losing. Life's one big fucking head game. You play with yourself.
Do things you hate to do. Be uncomfortable every fucking day of your life. Roger that. I'm not the smartest kid in the world. Okay, instead of somebody saying, oh no, you're smart. No, don't say that to yourself. I said to myself, no, I'm a dumb motherfucker. Okay, roger that. How you get smarter? Educate yourself. So the things that we run from the truth. We're running from the truth, man. So the only way I became successful was going towards the truth. As painful and as brutal as it is, it changed me. So I know why you go on Instagram. I know why because you just have the time. You have the time because you don't want to put that time into bettering oneself. You don't want it. And that's the harsh reality. I can't give you shit. The only thing you can do in life is stay hard.
I was out yesterday, getting after it. Had one of the best runs I've had in a long time. PR'd that bitch. So, no one cares what you did yesterday. It only matters what you're doing today. Those who take me literally, so, I'm a cheerleader for those who want to be better. Not for those who want to stay the same. Stay hard.
Why are you tired? Because tomorrow, I gotta do the fucking shit again, man. Whatever the shit is that made me fucking nauseous and sick to my stomach, it made me hurt. There's no ending. And that's the person I listen to. That's the person who's gained knowledge. You gain knowledge through suffering. And on the other end of suffering is a world that very few have ever seen. It's a beautiful world because that's where you find yourself. You don't find yourself in over here. You find yourself on the other end. Like the 100-mile race I was on, I ran it for 24 hours. I found myself on the other end of that fucking race. That 19 hours, I found, wow, there's a whole nother fucking world out here that I've never even saw. But the world's in your mind.
I just went 101 miles. And that last 31 miles was something that I can't even describe to people. And she's like, we gotta get you to the hospital. And I just said, just shut up and let me enjoy this pain.
I had broken feet at the start line of a 135-mile race. I trained for that race with broken fucking feet.
When you're running, you run for hours.
Days.
What days?
I was running this race. It was a 24-hour race as a relay team. I was with 4 friends. And the format of the race is, you run a mile, I run a mile, whatever team runs the most amount of miles wins the race. He had no teammates.
How do you keep that dog mentality? I said, let me ask you a question. When you were younger, what did you want to be? He said an NFL football player. But once I got there, I lost that dog mentality. He had a finish line in his brain. Guess what? A true dog mentality? I have a dog at home. I can feed that motherfucker all day long. He never gets full. It's not enough you made to the NFL. Be the fucking MVP. It's not enough you ran a 5K. Win a 10K. It's not enough you became a doctor. Be a better doctor. It's not enough you lost 50 pounds. Go out there and do something with it. Guess what? It's 109 out here, but guess what? It's not enough. Stay hard.
I don't need to be here anymore. And you start questioning yourself why you're here. Then there's a lot of growth in that.
My brainstorming sessions is fucking out there in the fucking grip of life, fucking grinding.
The mind is the one thing that we don't test enough. A lot of us are so afraid of that test, and that's the real test. That's where the real growth comes from is the mind.
Every fucking day I wake up and I don't want to do some fucking shit. I'm like, okay, man, do you want to be a bitch today?
You better keep coming back. With all your failures, all your doubts, all your shit. You better keep fighting, keep getting up. Never fucking lay down for shit. You can't let conditions dictate your outcome.
Fear keeps a lot of motherfuckers from being successful. It keeps you making excuses for yourself. Fear lives one place and one place only, and that's in your mind.
Just do. You're living. How do you want to live? How do you want to die? How do you want to fucking be remembered? I was trying to reinvent my mind, and I used every single tactic possible to do that. I didn't want to live in this world where I was a fake human being anymore. And I was tired of blaming everybody for where I was at. I had to stop thinking normal. I can no longer be a common man walking around doing common things. When you have a real fear of not being fulfilled in your life, of dying, having never accomplished anything, and being just another person, if that makes you feel good, that's great. It didn't make me feel good.
A lot of motherfuckers, when they think it's me or somebody else and they want to chase, they got a carrot in front of them. He had no carrot. It was him versus him. I'm under some fucking initials. You want to test my resolve. You want to test my ability to go to limit. You want to see where his world ends and mine begins. This ain't no fucking game. This is my motherfucking lifestyle, son. Hey, yeah, I'm fired up. This is what I do. When someone gives you hell, make sure you push them right back and give them hell.
I have to change because I can't stay here. I looked at myself in the mirror and I was defeated. I go, look at myself. I'm like, who am I? No one's coming back to help me. I have to face myself.
My biggest fear was fucking dying that 300-pound man. Never knowing I could be who I am today. A lot of us are wasteful. But we're wasteful who we are in life. It's important to train that motherfucker.
I'm looking myself in the mirror and say, all right, motherfucker, you did it again today. You're a bad boy. And that shit sucks.
It's 44 degrees and it's nice and rainy outside. But no one cares about that. It's not about the rain. It's what the rain represents. Life is always giving you a test. Trying to give you a way out. Trying to give you an excuse not to show up. This is my excuse today. But guess what?
You gotta have the mentality to show up every fucking day of your life. I'm good. It's water under the fucking bridge.
The grind.
The grind does that.
Squeezes it
That's
out.
it. You're not grinding hard enough. If you're worried about something that someone did to you years ago, you're being a pussy to yourself, man. You're not getting out there and squeezing that fucking soul out every day.
Yeah.
If you grind hard, man, I ain't got time to worry about your monkey ass. I ain't got time to worry about you, man. Because tomorrow, I got to go back to the grind. And tomorrow, I got to go back to the grind again and again and again and again. I don't have time to put you into the hate bank. There's no hate. It's all filtered out, man, through the grind. People don't get it. There's great joy in the grind. Great joy in the suffer. It totally cleanses your body out, man, of any kind of hate. Makes you grow up. So you want to be normal. So you just want to be like everybody else that roams the world, not knowing the power that's in them. Being fine with being mediocre. I wanted to feel something besides defeat. No one's gonna fucking come to help me. No one's gonna fucking come to help me. It's fucking me against me, period. I do these things because maybe someone out there will understand me and get it and say, I can grow from this guy. Something in you has to wake up. And usually the only person that can wake it up is you. There is no fucking life hack. When that alarm clock goes off at 4 or 5 in the morning, your mind says no. You just say, this is what we do. It's what we do now. Because to get to where you want to go, the amount of pain involved, I'm not saying physical, I'm not saying you got to break yourself off. The amount of mental pain of how many times you're going to have to do something that you don't want to do to get to where you want to go is going to be, there's going to be more times you do something that you don't want to do than you are going to want to do. And that's your new norm. And then once you do this over and over and over again, it becomes like breathing. I don't want to live this lifestyle, but to get to the other side of this, I have to.
The sun rises and the sun sets, and you're in the same damn spot.
You're going to die never even trying to reach your full potential. And how's that going to feel? You're probably in the bed right now. You're probably an underachiever. You're probably somebody who doesn't want to do anything with your life. Maybe you're happy exactly where you are in life. Maybe you don't have the determination to be somebody better than who you are. But don't be mad. When you're laying there in your fucking bed and you're in the fucking hospital and you're 70, 80, 90 years old and you're thinking, man, I feel like I didn't fucking do something. Because you did. You didn't do it. You didn't do shit. You may have lived a great life, man, but you're always gonna feel empty inside.
Everybody that's talking to you about how jacked up you are, only thing they've done better than you is they've hidden their fucked up world better than you have.
That's all they've done. They've masked their shit better than you have, and now they're flipping it back on you and saying you're fucked up. Life is one big head game. And once you learn to play the motherfucking head game, it's no longer a game anymore at all. You can start living your life. You're some fat, nasty, lazy motherfucker. I obviously didn't do my job right. I'm sorry. It's just the truth. I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm a truth teller. And if I ain't telling myself the truth when I was in the dungeon, David Goggins, sure the hell wouldn't it be David Goggins. That's the truth. To make this month, you know how much evil and passion and hate, and people get over, oh my God, he's so, no. When you don't want to do something, man, happiness don't make me want to fucking do it. I had to find some dark shit. That's how I find it, man. And look around you. There was no fucking team. There was you. There was no weight loss program or mom and dad waking you up saying you can do it, you can be better, trying to build belief. You built belief when you had nothing. Whenever you think you can't, confidence comes from the thing that you built. You must build belief. You must build confidence. It can't be like, hey, I'm gonna knock that shit out. You gotta look over here and say, I can knock that shit out. It's belief, and it's built on what you put in to yourself. You have a choice to make. Do you want to sit down and go back to that guy you once were? No. So this is what it takes. So I Googled the 10 hardest races in the world, and what came up, number 1, was this race called the Badwater 135. It's a 135-mile race through Death Valley in the summertime. So I wanted to get in this race. I called the race director up. His name was Chris Kosman. Went out there, got to mile 20, wasn't feeling too bad. Around mile 30, I started feeling my shins starting to get extremely sore. And I started to develop stress fractures, shin splints. I started feeling the metatarsals in my feet starting to break at around mile 50. By mile 70, I was totally destroyed.
Relax. Just relax. Can you find your balls? Once you locate those, I need you to grab them. After you grab them, I need you to go find some shoes. You got some shoes, you can go walk. You can go run. As far as the gym you can't find, do you have a floor where you live? Do some fucking push-ups. Do some sit-ups. We're waiting to find purpose. We're waiting to find why. We're waiting to find all this shit before we start. The thing about it is this. Start now. So when you find your fucking purpose, you find your why, you can get active. Stay hard.
I don't look at failure as failure. I look at failure as attempts at what I'm trying to accomplish. So let's say I failed the first time. That's just my first attempt. And I have a second attempt and a third attempt. I don't look at it as failure. Because when you start putting a title on different things, names, you start to brand certain things, failure is a big word. But if you're failing at something that's extremely difficult, to me it's not really failure. It's your first attempt. And through that first attempt, you gain so much knowledge for the second and possibly third attempts, and then you'll finally succeed. So it's how you look at failure.
I wasn't born this motherfucker. I made him. At the bottom of insecurities, fear, self-doubt, lies, was me buried in the fucking fetal position. How I got out of that was recognizing it, being honest with it, being truthful with it, and then fixing it.
I call myself fat because I was fat. And people don't want to do that. They want to say, oh, don't call yourself fat. Don't call yourself dumb. If you're not real and raw with who the fuck you are, nothing's going to change. Tell yourself the truth. If someone calls you fucking fat, they may be bullying you, but you might be fucking fat. Someone calls you dumb, it's mean, but you might be fucking dumb. It's life, man. Take it for what it's worth and change it. The mind's gonna be fucking with you the whole time. There's no dopamine. There's no dopamine in there at 300 pounds. You got nothing. Your hormones are shot. You have to envision something that is more powerful than you. Something has to get you out of bed. And you have to create it. It has to be false. Because you're not it. You're a fat piece of shit. And that's the reality of it. So you have to create a false reality to live in that just to get to work on yourself. I'm not good enough, smart enough. I'm not talented enough to do that. If you lack talent, you can't sit back and say, I'll start in half an hour. I can't do that. I gotta start now. And then after I get back from starting, I gotta start again. And then when I get done with that run or that study session, if it wasn't good enough, I gotta go back again. So yeah, I don't sleep sometimes, and sometimes I don't eat the right way, and sometimes I don't do this and do that and whatever, man. But you put me in a room with 10,000 people any time of the day, and I walk in there thinking I'm the best motherfucker in here. Because people will not see the truth. They will see what they want to see. I don't live like that. Good. Good. I'm looking for happiness. No, I'm looking myself in the mirror and saying, all right, motherfucker, you did it again today. You're a bad boy. I've learned to study people before I react. Because there's no successful person in the world who's in a good headspace that's going to ever attack anyone in that kind of manner. There's always going to be something wrong with it. So you got to always dive a little deeper before you get your feelings hurt. Before you get your feelings hurt by that bully at school or that boss at work, take time. Take that 1 second to pull back and study them. Because most people who are in good places, they don't care about what you're doing. Where is it? So how did this happen? I just fucking did. I just did. But what if you do? and you worked your ass off when you were able. There's no luck in this game, man. It may be a little bit of luck, but the luck happens after you bust your ass. It's the hidden work.
I'm out working the crowd. I'm out working everybody. I'm doing more.
We bitch about everything in life, but we do nothing about it. Very few people do anything about it. I'm fat, I'm out of shape. All these fucking things. What the fuck are you doing about it?
Life is always giving you a test. Trying to give you a way out. Trying to give you an excuse not to show up. So what's your fucking excuse? Is it too cold where you live? Is it too hot where you live? Does it rain too fucking much? There's so many times in life you don't want to be doing what the fuck you're doing. You can't just fucking quit. It's in the hobby, it's in the fucking joke, it's a fucking lifestyle. You can't let conditions dictate your outcome. You gotta have the mentality to show up every fucking day of your life. No matter what life throws at you. It's our responsibility to show up to the Coliseum of life, prepared for fucking battle. I don't care what you're going through, what life's throwing at you. It's your responsibility to find your new 100%. Take it upon yourself to do that. Stay hard.
If you want to be great, you want to be the baddest motherfucker ever at what you do, you can be misunderstood by everybody because you're going to be so fucking obsessed and so driven to get there. That's what it takes. It takes every second of your fucking life. Anybody says balance? Yeah, balance is important for a lot of fucking people. It is. But if you want to fucking go to that edge where people do not like you, don't understand you, question everything you fucking do, you've arrived. You will never understand what is wrong with me. And that's why I'm so fucking glad you don't. Because I'm in the right fucking spot. When people don't understand you anymore, you're in that spot of obsession and drive. When people are like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I don't want to talk to you, man, because you're not going to get it.
Sometimes life can really hijack your fucking mind. When that happens to you, you're all fucked up. Your goals, your ambitions, everything's out the fucking window. In life, we all go through different things. Maybe you failed a test in school, you worked your ass off. Guess what? You failed the fucking test. Get over it, move past it. Learn to not let life hijack your brain. At work, you've been working your ass off for that new promotion. You don't fucking get it, someone else does. Maybe they kiss better ass than you do. Guess what? Get over it. Life will hijack your mind if you let it. Don't allow all these things to make you a lesser person. You must own your mind. Don't let life own yours. Get out there and stay hard.
I don't need it. I can run for 70 hours and I had before. No caffeine. I got all this wonderful shit that I overcame on my own, by myself, in the darkness. That man, when it's cold, hot. There's no pre-workout. I don't take none of that shit. All I gotta do is flip my brain, put my finger in there and say, okay, that's a good one. That's all I gotta do, man. I got the Rolodex to just like, go fuck yourself, Goggins, and oh, but you won.
This morning I woke up with a slack-jawed, poopy pants mentality. I've been traveling an awful lot and kind of wore down a little bit. I believe in taking days off. I think days off are real important for recovery and all that stuff. But I don't believe in taking days off because your mentality is just feeling sorry for yourself. I deserve this, or I've earned that mentality. And that's what I was saying to myself. Today's self-talk was horrible. So we all have one voice, and that one voice is very powerful that says, hey, you've earned this, you deserve this, take time off, all that stuff. Start developing the other voice that fights that voice. When it's not a designated day off, I don't care if it's running, swimming, biking, studying. If it's not a day off, don't take a day off. And start developing that voice that fights the weaker voice. So remember that. We all have one voice, work on the other voice also.
Motherfuckers thought this was a joke. It was a fucking game. Ain't no game, bro. This is what it's all about right here. Get me back on it. Get me back on it. Get me back on it. Come on, easy.
Let's go.
You're a fighter. You know exactly what to do.
This is what you're gonna find out right here. You still wanna fight, easy. You still wanna fight? You wanna be a champ? This is it right here.
Who are you on those days you don't want to do things? When all hell's broke loose, you're sore, you're depressed, you're miserable, you might be getting bullied, you might be falling behind in life. Who are you on those days? When shit's all fucked up. That's the great divide. Those people who get up on those days and everything's fucked up and still grind, that's the separator right there. Stay hard. This rest of your life is gonna suck. It is going to suck, not because you're gonna be a loser, but because you're gonna fucking finally start to win. And winning is not easy, my friend. I had to miserably wake up every morning in the cold, because it was Indiana, November when it started. I was miserable.